Why did you leave there? Let's know when we're back.
On YouTube. Back. Okay.
Okay.
So
Before that, we can't connect to CDO's personal Facebook now. It's too late. Next broadcast, please. Let's not forget to. All right, let's go.
all right, welcome back. Sorry about the break in transmission. It was due to some technical, you know, issues we had. Yes. So we were talking about City asking for between the region of 55 to 65, valuing Rodri at that.
No, that's above that. Oh. Barca
Eh.
proposed 50, but
Okay. So
City is
City was
asking
asking for 65.
for more. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So but 50 is not bad though. You know.
31-year-old.
Eh.
Yeah. Maybe.
That collect the money. How much are you looking for? 100 million.
Ah.
You know. You want to recoup the money where they take by Elliot Anderson.
Mm.
But yeah, it is what it is. Um, so what do you think he brings to the Barcelona team? This current team, do you think he can, give them that stability and that depth to
Yes.
be able to go all
Exactly.
the way?
That's the word stability. I think.
But they don't have a bad midfield though.
They don't, but it could be better. Could be better, and it's not just in the midfield. It is in supporting the defense. You
Yeah, Rodri
understand?
does that.
Already stands like
Greatly.
that last wall before the defense.
Mm.
Pick up the balls and send it to the attack. I just want to express someone's concern that said that the Rodri Pedri partnership did not really work out in the World Cup.
Mm.
That was why
Mm.
Pedri was, always,
Mm.
starting from the bench.
Mm.
But let's not forget that Pedri was injured either at the start of the World Cup or into the World Cup.
Mm.
So that's one of the reasons. Pedri was not at his best.
Yeah.
It's not as if the partnership
Yeah.
did not work. It worked in the Euros that they
Yeah.
won
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the UEFA Nations League. It
Mm.
worked. They got to the you know.
So amazingly, Spain has the European Championship and the World Cup
hmm
as well.
The last time they won the World
Um,
Cup, it was
it
the
was the
same as
same
well.
same way. Their female team has the World Cup.
Wow.
Um, I think it was England that won the Euros for female, or was it Spain as well?
Mm.
Let me check. Just to be sure, because they seem to be. And at the start of the World Cup, nobody gave them a chance.
I did not too. I personally did not.
People were saying
After I watched the
France, France,
first,
France.
yes, after I watched the first two games, it was boring.
Oh yeah, against Cape Verde.
Mm.
You know, it's just amazing. I think it was 2023. European Cup. I just want to be sure. Just like yeah. So yes, England won on penalties. Spain got to the finals.
Mm.
Yeah, they were very good at that tournament. I was even tipping Spain to win, but England went on to win. Yes. So the guy that's called the Ferran Torres,
Yeah.
I think he's on his way out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's going to PSG.
Yes, but they also want to
Still waiting
cash
for
out.
confirmation.
What's the issue with Ferran Torres in Barcelona, Gonzef?
I feel he's not valued in Barcelona, but uh, this is how I see it. In front of goal, he loses many chances.
Hmm.
Out of 10 chances, he will score maybe two
Ah,
or
that's
three.
that's
You
that's
understand? But even at that, he always get double figures. You know, even goals and assists. Even though he was always coming up from the bench, he still managed to get double figures. The thing is that he's very good with positioning. So maybe with a better coach, maybe with a Luis Enrique.
Enrique.
I
probably
hear
will.
he's even thinking that by next season, that this season we're getting into, that he should be competing for the Ballon d'Or. That's how much he believes in himself. You understand? He says that he needs to go to a place where he's valued. And I think I know Luis Enrique likes him. I don't know if he dated Luis Enrique's daughter
That's
before,
at the point. Okay.
but when Luis Enrique was the coach of the Spanish team, that was when he was even discovered. You understand? So I think he stands a chance. You understand? Let him
Yeah.
go to
So.
PSG. You know, if and another thing he said was that another thing that people are speculating is that if PSG can change the fortunes of Dembele, where he has won 2 Champions League back to
Yes.
back, Ballon d'Or winner,
Yeah.
Ballon d'Or contender,
Contender
again. You know that there's something that Luis Enrique is doing at PSG that is,
You know, that might
you know,
just work for. Because I know that Rodri, when they were, displaying the World Cup to the fans, he came up to say that as a player that he wants them to, honor, that he's the most talked about player. And he always, they talk about him in bad light, and all. He now started singing, Ferran, 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 Ferran. Everybody now started singing. So I think
well,
even the Spanish football fans have this thing, against. But if not for him, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
he gave them that trophy. So we're hoping that he'll make that move. Bradley Barcola is on his way out of. Well, the deal is not confirmed at PSG. I think Liverpool wants him.
okay.
I think he's also a very good player, but with Dembele and Doué, he always comes off the bench. Yeah, so who else? I think Arsenal has signed and unveiled Bruno Guimaraes
Okay.
from Newcastle. I heard over the weekend, to my surprise, that Newcastle coach, I don't know whether he resigned or he was. They have a new coach.
Okay.
I was surprised that Eddie Howe has left. Of course, Liverpool has a new coach, Andoni Areola, former Bournemouth. I think was former Bournemouth coach. So there are just movements, and so we're excited about what is going to happen, in the league.
How far this our
in the
Bournemouth
coming-
boy now?
Who that?
Johanna.
No, that's what's his name? This club now that.
Okay, it's not Bournemouth.
It's not Bournemouth. It's
Oh,
in
no, that club's,
Brighton.
Brighton.
Brighton. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that guy. That Nigeria's
I
newest
think he
wonder
played in the
kid.
preseason, but
Yeah.
maybe he didn't pan goals yet.
Yes.
I saw a
you know.
picture on Twitter where he controlled the ball in the air or so. Or he was did some stunt, like they say make we hype the guy.
No, we just dey pray for him. Because this thing about football and Premier League, you get to a certain league, not just
the
Premier
pressure.
League. We had a certain Shevchenko coming from AC Milan to Chelsea, and it was underwhelming. We had Kaká leave AC Milan to Madrid, and it was like that was the end. So really, these things happen, and nobody can really say the
Yeah.
reason why. You also have a player leave. Like what was this Uruguayan player that was in United and left for, I think, was it Atleti or Villarreal, and then it just blew up. So these things also happen. You
never
get
can
yes,
tell,
you really don't know how. So we're hoping that Joanna would do well in Brighton. And then basically just make me enjoy. But he's an exciting talent. That the English Premier League is a different ball game entirely. And if you can, do well there, it's believed that you'll be able to do well in every, because it's a very pacey league compared to other leagues, compared to Spain. Spanish league is slow, and those one pull the ball for ground. Why they run? Where they run, they go. But English league has energy,
Energy and
pace.
pace. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and we also what's the latest on Victor Osimhen
I heard it was. I saw it. I didn't even hear it. I watched it.
transfer? It's not bad news. I don't.
I don't know
I
about
don't
this
want bad
transfer.
news.
I wish.
I don't. I saw that one. Please
I
let's not
wish.
talk about
I
it.
wish it was the one that Baka was looking to sign as a
Yes.
striker. It would have been a perfect season for me. Perfect. Break and signing.
Osimhen in Barcelona.
Okay.
Ah.
You understand? But I heard
Not
that,
I heard. I saw that video, but I
you
just
know,
looked away.
he should see. There are some things that the maturity helps you with. Even when you want to get back at the player, you don't do it obviously. I saw it was a player that blocked him at first, pushed him off,
Eh, that's
and
football now.
that's what they will continue to do to you. Once they know that you always revenge, they'll provoke
Eh,
you.
that's football now.
They'll provoke you if you
Me,
retaliate.
I want
you
to
collect
believe
red
that
card.
the guy said something else.
Anything when he say,
I don't want to believe that it's just that blocking and pushing. No,
get back at him with the ball.
they'll give red
Do you
card.
know,
They'll
say-
come out.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Get back at him with the ball. That's why the game is in
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
Fire shot for your face.
Not
Then
after the ball.
there's no red
not
card for-
after.
there's no red card if you carry ball fire person for face.
Yeah,
when
there's
game
no,
they go
there's
on.
no, there's no.
I'll just score the goal and win. You
I don't
understand?
know. Some people say it's passion is the way you did it too at the Nations
How
Cup.
can you get fashion pass?
But could it be, one of the reasons why these Oyinbo people they
Nobody
are
wants to
very
disrupt it.
because a player of his quality, a player of his caliber, we should just hear that the move has happened.
But
No,
then
it's
again, it's not the
you know.
worst. It's not. I mean, it's not. There are players that have done worse.
oh yes,
than that.
oh yes, oh yes.
You understand?
Oh,
And
yes.
still got
Oh,
good
yes.
signing.
Yes,
Still got good
yes,
clubs.
yes.
And somebody has said, there's somebody I hope we could bring to the podcast. I shared a video with a member of our team. The guy said that see everything in football is just have a good what's it called, agent. Just have a good agent. See everything in football, beginning and end of football. Your good signing, going to a good club, your club retaining you, not selling you to a club that you don't like, or everything. He said is your agent. So if Osimhen has a good agent, it would be in a better club. Maybe he likes where he is anyway. I mean, you see the fan love too. It's crazy where in Turkey.
It's like those people are
Understand?
just phenomenal. Mo Salah.
Look at what
signed, I think, for
you know,
Trabzonspor or something.
look at the welcome.
I mean, look at
look
the.
at the
And
ovation.
first of all, I was wondering why he went that way.
Yeah.
Maybe he still wants to be playing in Champions League. or
Yes,
Europe
and
or
with
something,
less pressure.
Yeah, because I know that Middle East wanted to sign him. The Qatari clubs wanted to sign him last season, and then the figures, those ones is all his blood money. So I was surprised, and also I also felt like he could have also found some clubs in England to be able to. Maybe he feels like he doesn't have the legs anymore or something. But
Like you said,
I
England, the
honestly-
pressure in England is high. It's
I
high.
was-
The media
I like-
judges you by everything. I
Why
was hearing a
Salah go
joke about
Turkey?
one guy. I think it's the Spanish media. They said, they said the media was on his matter, and I don't know. Maybe he just said he should just stay away for a few days so that the media will not talk about him. That even in his staying away, they still talk.
see where this guy.
Say
go.
this guy still they miss meet, you see they miss training. You
Ah!
see the you miss go so they
You can't do
okay,
it.
you got the miss training now.
That's crazy.
So they will always spin, something. Say something. Look at I heard Atletico Madrid fans want this Gerard Romero. He's a guy that does similar to what Fabrizio does.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he's focused on Barca
Oh,
Barca
okay.
news.
Okay.
So they said they warned him that he must not come to Madrid. That is the capital of Spain. He must not come
Yeah.
there. They don't want to see him there.
Right.
Guess what the guy did? I don't know how he got access to all the CCTV cameras on Express Road,
Wow.
leading to the stadium, leading to Julian Alvarez home, leading to the major parts of the city, so that if any car passes, you say, "Hey, those are Barcelona representatives going to this guy's house."
Wow.
So the paparazzi is crazy over there. They
Yeah,
put
it is.
pressure on these players. They
It
want to
is.
hear what you're saying. They want to ask you questions. They want to leak, stories about you.
Right. Right. It's exciting now, and So we're looking forward to it. I mean, it's gonna be a regular now on the show Mondays. We will talk about. I know it's still early days to begin to say. So who is winning the league now? Who is winning the Champions League? We don't know. You know, this thing is not like World Cup like that. That is a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we would be here and we will see how it goes as
Let's just enjoy the
let's
ride.
just yeah, absolutely. So let's any more news from the sporting area? I think we should move now. Yes, you're still watching Talk Through Podcast, your most topical podcast, the Monday live edition. We do this every Monday. We started during the World Cup. We just felt the need to, keep it going. Just for your, because of you, we appreciate everyone. Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube. Our TikTok family, we see what you guys are doing. We see your engagement on the last, um, set of videos that we dropped. It was very good. Infidelity in marriage. A new video dropped. A new episode dropped yesterday. AI sermons, a yes or a no, and we're already feeling, the momentum rising. But we're gonna go through your comments in the last, still on infidelity in marriage, and we sent DMs to a couple of you who shared your story on those videos. We would really like you to come around. We're hoping that you'll find time, and come on the show. Let's talk about your experience, or share your experience to encourage someone out there. So yes, we are going to your comments. First off is Instagram. Yeah, so these comments, this video, CDO was saying something about how many poor man, you know, how many poor men die, and on their burial, you find that, their children, they bring children to say this person is their
Next of kin or their
had this child
from
outside out of wedlock. And the comment is buzzing. Comment section is literally buzzing. So we'll just go through. I'm sure CDO. Someone says make money and see your real character. Yes, do you agree with that? Do you agree that money exposes the real you?
Yes,
The real
I
person.
feel some people are limited by what they want to do. Their inhibitions, their heart desires are limited now, are restrained now because they don't have the money to fund it. I kind of agree that I kind of agree to that, but the truth is, what I really think about that subject is that people are already doing what they want to do, maybe just in the small extent. When the money comes, they will do it even more.
Blows it up.
Yes, so if somebody is very good at saving right now, he will save, even though he does not have much to save.
Yeah.
And when the much comes, he will even save more. If somebody is a spendthrift now,
yeah.
he will spend carelessly, and when the money comes, it's the same thing they will do. So money just, blows out what the inhibitions the person already has. That's what I think about.
You know how money there's this even at certain levels, there is this confidence one has when you have some funds, and I think it's just psychological. As we are sitting here, if I don't want to be outrageous, let's say 20 million hits our accounts now. The four of us, the guys behind the camera, and the four of us, 20 million hits your account now. I go be you for just bam 20 m.
There's what confidence you have. There's
You
certainly
know.
your mood
Yes,
will change.
you. Michael is smiling behind because you know
I've
it.
been already hit the account.
There's just something, you know, you if you know if I don't know how, I saying you just feel yeah, you feel enter anywhere. You know,
Yes,
if you
now.
enter
I've said
anywhere,
this thing before now.
you feel
I've said this thing before that I've gone on dates or gone to, shopping malls, and I'm careful. I've checked my balance before I entered.
yes,
I don't guide myself well. In fact,
yes,
I go as far as telling, if I'm going with someone, now wait till we feel buy be this, so
it is, yeah,
you understand.
yeah,
But there are other times where you go with someone and you say take anything.
yes. That's the kind of feeling you have.
Yeah.
You know, where that kind of money entered into your account, 20 m. You can, For me, first thing I want to do is just hit my wife up immediately now and tell her this weekend we dey go Marriott.
Mhm.
From Friday till Sunday, we dey go spend the night for Marriott. First of all, also start to dey prepare. Then you can walk into any stores. Then my kind of wife, so first tell you say, we guy be calming down first. You can 20 m abi, come on this one for the children. Say the children get future. But you as the guy, there's a
Yeah.
certain
Say,
confidence
this one will come,
you
another
go-
one will come now. Calm
you
down.
get, you feel boss enter anywhere. You feel even start to rethink outrageous things like, I might buy one Corolla first, I be one Camry.
Mm.
Might find small. You can walk into a car lot now. You will know get confidence before. You feel enter now. I know how many times my pastor has said, if you are believing God for motor, and just enter a car lot. There's nothing wrong in going to price. They will not chase you for pricing. Well, man, my mind no reach there. But now you can easily walk into even if the kind motors where they there past the 20 m, you just enter.
That confidence.
Yes, they're going to look you, and people perceive confidence. They can
Confidence, yes.
now vibe.
That's true.
Once you see your confidence low, you don't get money. You get the way they go see you. But once you enter, how much? 15. You know, greet 10. I mean, you wait 20 m, just enter you won't use a whole half by motor. So it's something it just does. So I'm guessing that's why this guy is saying that it exposes the real you. If you are extravagant, it just comes alive. If you are proud,
Yes. I agree. 100%.
you want to rub it on people's faces, you get. So yeah. Someone says a man with money is like a beautiful lady. Everyone likes him.
Yes, no. That's why you see, rich people have the workers' jokes,
But people go laugh.
But people go laugh. You laugh there. That's not funny at all. But the guy just talk, make you give us money, make you go.
You laugh. This one say, which girl wants allow you? Which girl wants allow you touch her these days without you investing?
Yeah, that's starting is pidgin. You're reading it like English.
Which girl won't allow you touch her these days? But when they mix them up,
Okay.
without you investing financially.
No romance without finance. That's basically what the person is saying.
Sign that a man has money is when women are all over him. So this guy says, let's go by these statistics. How many times have you heard a rich man complaining his wife is denying him of sex? 1. Because he has access to numerous women until he hardly has time for his wife. But a poor man is always getting conditions for intimacy. And most times they get denied from having it or even having it at all, and thereby escalating into a big fight. Poor man has a lot of conge affliction, but can't cry out because of wrong societal perception. Does this guy have a point here?
He looks like he has a point.
Like he has a point.
But I don't agree.
So what he's saying now is that a rich man will get more sex from his wife compared to a poor man. A rich man.
Well, I don't want to agree with that.
More sex from his
I don't
wife.
see. You know why? Sex is nature. It's a natural need, and
But some
cuts
people want
across.
it more. Some guys
yes,
want
it cuts
more.
across. Yes, of course. Yes, I agree. Even some women want it more,
You're right.
but it cuts across financial status. You understand? So, if a wife does not allow the husband, have sex, it's not the finance. She's a bad woman, and vice versa too.
Mm.
That's what we should look at, because the way he's saying it now, because now if be poor man now, his wife not let her sleep with her now because he poor. No, now because she be bad woman.
Mm.
That's like the only consolation, but even the poor man. Yeah. You can't deny him the only consolation. They bad, wicked. That's wickedness. Look,
So-
we talk about CB, and
Mm.
even if the man was rich too, there are some rich men that their women deny as well. Look, we talk the truth. You understand? It may not be common. That's why I said how many.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even if it's
Yeah.
only one, there was a king in the Bible now that the king called his wife. Ah,
Yeah.
come, oh, my friends they are around now.
Yeah,
Come, maybe I see you now.
he
See the
refused,
beautiful,
yeah.
see the beautiful. And imagine say those friends could be king, because a friend of a king is most likely a king.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
from another kingdom.
A nobleman, no be,
Nobleman,
no
no
be
be
poor
yes.
man.
They come around, come sit down. You can't call him wife. Your wife can't say which kind of nonsense. Why would they disturb me? She is, she not come. You understand? So just believe it that money, if the woman won't disrespect you, your money not be anything. Your money not be. Now wait till make me they argue with CDO that day be that. The money not be anything, especially when say the feel never CDO feel never hear some kind things. But people, pastors, you know what the pastors don't hear for their ear.
Right.
Pastors here don't fool. When they hear say one of their rich members when they contribute to the church pass that donates heavily to the church, financial partner, when they go tell you say, Pastor, I've not touched my wife for how many months. And you would look say this man is not lacking anything. Works in a very good company. He has money. He has bought you a car. He has done this for you. So what will they talk? You understand? So that was why I was insisting on that point. I believe what CDO was trying to talk that. Let me just digress a little. What CDO was trying to say that day was a man with money, as he can have any type of sex he wants to have.
Right.
Threesome or foursome or orgy or another one. Keep girl for hotel for 1 month. You understand? He has the money to do that. You understand? That is the quality of what he's doing. But a man, a poor man that still wants to commit infidelity, go do him within 2,000 naira. Now the quality when they go get maybe 2 hours of it, or what I say 2 hours. How much be your time? Why am I asking? Why am I looking at the direction when I'm asking this question? You understand? But that is his quality
Right.
and the quantity of it at that moment.
Yeah, but CDO's argument is that it cannot be as consistent as the guy that keeps a girl in
Anything
3
when
weeks.
be vice,
Yeah.
anything that is an habit, it's just like
because
saying.
he doesn't have the funds.
I'll give you another example. Let's digress a little and still talk about vices. Another vice that we have is smoking. Are we going to say a rich man smokes more than a poor man?
Yes, sir.
It's not-
A rich man that smokes
He
more
smokes
than a poor
quality.
man.
Now, habit, anything will become habit. Anything that is an habit, you can't measure it based on finance. You can only measure it based on quality. Maybe the quality of what that guy smokes. Anything when they form addiction. I know one man that time when we grew up, they called the man woman tester. He was a driver in the company. He not get money, but they said how bad his case was. His gist in the community then was that he doesn't sleep with a woman twice, and he must sleep with a woman every day, or he must sleep with 2 women every day.
That's crazy.
But they sleep with one twice. That the gist is that if you sleep with a woman twice, that means she's special, and he must do them every day.
They use jazz.
You know what's in the point is he that's the reason why he was broke. He was squatting with somebody and he was working as a driver in a company, and as he gets him money and he get the money daily self. They see money daily now. They see they use the company vehicle. They do also after work. You understand? So they see also. He go use that money, go flex am. They know him for empire.
Wow.
They call him woman tester. You know what it means that where the new woman we here today making tester today. I was speaking based on that knowledge. That was what I was speaking based on. That this man said they commit this thing on a daily basis. Though now for cheap places they do them, that cheap quality woman they use, they do one with, you understand? But he was consistent with it. Another vice, gambling. Are we going to say a rich man, Drake, is one of the biggest gamblers at the moment, popular in terms of popularity. You know, gamble with some people. You understand?
Yeah.
Are you going to say Drake gambles more than the guy that goes to Baba Jebu every day and gives 100 naira to check gamble 2 times a day? Odds will come out in the morning and odds will come out in the evening. They are both addicted to gambling. One just gambles more because he has the funds.
Resources.
This one, he not fit sleep if he not gamble. That is my point. My point is any vice not be about money. Any addiction, let me not call it vice, because there are also positive addictions too.
Right.
There are also positive addictions. Yeah, let's just say there are things that some people cannot do without that are good. So that's my point I was trying to bring out that day.
Wow. Okay, let's move on. Next, comment Kennedy Okelibe says, this Kennedy's, was it Kennedy or somebody on TikTok that posted something, and had follow-up comments, like 11 replies. Okay, let's say Kennedy's on first. Kennedy says, there's no basis for comparison. A rich man has everything working for him, while a poor man only relies on his convincing power. Even girls get irritated being with a poor man. What is the attraction? It only applies among teens, where infatuation works and children are still under parental care. So no much financial challenges. From 25 years old, no matter how handsome or smooth you are, if there is no money or you don't package to look wealthy, you hardly knock the people you like. Now people where you know like.
That's what they're talking about, quality.
Yeah, right. That's exactly
quality.
what we're saying.
No, see, before God, both the one we go do for 1004 flats, or Marriott, or go do for any place for this, and the one we go do for backyard, they are the same fire.
Right.
True. 100%. So before God, this one they talk, say rich man cheat past poor man, and poor man cheat past.
Somebody is saying cheating costs to. Other person say poor man they cheat. How you won't take afford them?
I beg you. So who they born all these children where they turn wayward? We don't know get back. We know all these children where we see for. Thank God say we come from a certain community.
Right.
All the Mushio, the Bariga, all the this thing, all those children where they walk up and down. Who they born them?
True.
Now rich man they born them. Somebody in the comments, if you read down the comments, somebody said that this man has not met Robomen. See, I had a bit of experience. I grew up around in Delta States, in Urobo communities. You go see men when they brag. Men go they brag, say this gate. I get picking for this gate. I get picking for this gate. I get picking for this gate. You know what gate means? That just compound. In fact, they compound too much. Now just say family. So.
Wow. And he's married and he has children.
Married, what's it concern? See, they use and they brag. See, do you know that there are communities where not only the woman they work, now the man go sit down, they drink
in Delta
Congo.
State.
In Delta State, in Togo. In some communities in Nigeria, not Delta State. Let me not be like, I'm attacking my state. There are communities in Nigeria where it is the woman that works, the man stays at home, ties wrapper. The woman will go and work, either hawk agony beans or go to the farm, bring the proceeds, sell, and bring the money to the husband. And the man go get like 3 of them like that. And the man doesn't do anything apart from drink palm wine with his friends. We never hear this thing before.
No, in 2026.
Guys, where they behind camera, I never hear this thing before.
No, they say I'm for movie now.
For
but
movie,
in 2026. In 2026.
I said that they use and they brag.
Yo.
So, see, when it comes to, first of all, another point I want to make, infidelity is a factor of irresponsibility.
Yeah, we have to say it the way it is. At
Abi?
the end of the day,
Abi?
it's irresponsibility.
Who they
It's-
responsible pass? Poor people or rich people or rich people?
Hmm.
Do you understand?
I get it.
I wish I see the day here where I get all these points. Make
Mm.
I talk.
Okay, ask
You don't you understand? What they responsible pass? Wetin make poor people they responsible? Not because they waste their lives.
Mm.
Wetin they waste their lives or not be on vices. What are the vices?
Mm.
Infidelity, not one of
Mm.
them.
Mm.
You understand? We they talk. See, we just is a factor of irresponsibility. They are rich irresponsible. They are poor irresponsible people. But what makes people poor?
Mm.
What makes people poor? Because there's in every given field of this life, I've seen people's story turn around. You're a bricklayer, they give you contract to work for estate. You can change your fortunes. You're a block
Mm.
molder,
Mm.
where they make block. If they say make you mold 10,000 block, if you change your fortunes. Do you understand? 100,000 blocks, 20,000 blocks. If you change your fortune,
Mm.
ice cream seller, you can change your fortunes if you're consistent with it
Mm.
and you have a steady sure business plan. You set up one in front of a school, set up one ice cream outlet in front of a
Mm.
school, and have a deal with other schools as well. You can turn into a franchise like that. Maybe we see item 7 now they start. See, I saw a picture.
Mm.
Start from one shop. See
Mm.
where they now. They open plazas. So
Right.
my point is this: in every given field,
Mm.
endeavor, teaching the
Mm.
people who form one app. There's somebody, wasn't a lesson teacher that formed one teaching app that got good deals, and people are now subscribing to that app. The guy is now worth millions. So my point is that in every given field, once you are able to tweak it a little and with consistency, you can
Mm.
become very prosperous. So
Right.
what is keeping some people poor?
At the level where they
It
are.
is irresponsibility. And what is irresponsibility? Is it not indulging in vices? You
Mm.
understand? So that's how I see it.
Mm.
I understand CDO's point, but because of what I see for my area,
Mm.
what I see for my community, we work in ministry. Our work is to go and preach to souls, reach out to people, and we they see small girls where they give belle. Who they give them belle? Not be irresponsible married man for the same zanga way we did.
Mm.
I mean, one rich man can't give
Yeah.
am belle. Now the same irresponsible men, all the sponsor children for our area, once they finish secondary school, tell them say if you don't enter university quickly, you go get belle, and they will get belle in
Mm.
less than 2 years.
Mm.
These are the things that happen in our communities, and we are not in the rich people's community. We are in the lungu.
Mm.
So
Mm.
these are acts of irresponsibility.
Well said. Well said. And there are loads of comments. Somebody says, "Take advice podcast. If you're broke as a young man, no, no totes for you. I'm sure you know what that means. No sex
Mm.
for you. Poor man with bills, feed no get erect.
I
A
don't think
poor man with bills, feed
they
no
joke
get
with nature.
erection.
na nature you dey joke with.
True test of fidelity is when you have money to sponsor it. This is a very strong
See, maybe they're talking about sometimes
perspective.
when we're
No,
talking
no,
about wealthy people.
I mean, say true test of fidelity
It's
is when you have money to sponsor it.
sometimes we're talking about money misroad people. What do you expect money misroad? Person will do fraud to spend the money on. I mean, the people we dey talk about be that now person way do legit work. Now we dey talk about. Sometimes I dey think am o. Make it not be say we are saying rich people and we are talking about people that Yahoo boy, 419er.
No,
Scammer.
those are not the people. At least the people that CDO
Are
was
we talking about legit?
was talking about legit. He was going to mention names.
Not
that day, but
politician
he
that
didn't want to.
stole money.
But not all politicians steal money though. But they are all in that bracket.
So we are talking about somebody that legit
When
money.
you even look at the way, I don't know if I should be saying this. You look at the way the country is, you can tell that we have a lot of irresponsible politicians.
So
You know.
so
So yeah.
So wait, wait. We'll talk about person when work for him money. When where the money legit.
Yeah, even when you work for your,
They
that's
spend
the
them. They
point.
spend them irresponsibly.
The way money, you know the power of money.
I know the power of money, but I'm not thinking
You know,
that.
even as a hardworking person, responsible person, there is an element of flesh that finds expression
No doubt.
when you put it in a comfort zone. That's the point. That's the point. There is a level
Serious, yeah?
of comfort that comes, you know, that exposes your weakness. That's why
Mm.
somebody was saying that make money and you
Mm.
see your true character.
Mm-hmm.
You might be disciplined. Upbringing, you know, might help you, you know, which was why I gave that example. Say, as we did now. I remember in the first episode, first
Yes.
ever episode, season 1, CDO gave an example when we're talking about gospel artists and money. You know, and
Mhm.
Mike Abdul was like, why are you making money look like money? You know, CDO said, okay, put $1 million on this table now. Season episode 2, I think. Put $1 million on this table now. All of us for year. No, come on for year. Are we not men of God? Are we not Christian? But it's just the consciousness of $1 million, bro. Even the most humble of us. Out of $1 million, I get the kind of money we go give Marvel. We they quiet. Marvel go open over. But how far now? Inside $1
You go
million.
only spend them on devices we already get. That's my point.
That's
Was
what
it when it got rich that he got those vices?
that's what the guy was saying, that is inherent.
Yeah.
It's money just exposes, you know, it just brings as this thing, you know, they here. That's why he's saying you get. So somebody says, help me tell my wife, oh. She said I'm loyal because I don't have money yet. His Excellency is in the building. I like your coming out this evening. Good to see you.
And confirm the machines that we're going to use to count the votes after election.
I'm looking really sharp. As
This one not
always.
working.
It's working.
What's happening?
Yes, welcome to the show. He's here as always. His comments.
Talk about Falcons. Falcons are out of the
We've
female World Cup.
talked about it. No, they're not out of the female World Cup.
They are out now.
They're out of the WAFCON.
Oh, sorry, Wafcon.
Yes.
Women
Afcon.
So they are going to play South Africa on Thursday to qualify for the Intercontinental World Female.
They should come home. They got there and the first thing they did was to start doing content.
Yeah, I think I heard you saying it in the last stuff like
They are
you see
doing
that
content.
they're
They've
doing
seen it now. Distraction.
You know,
I'm sorry I'm
and their
Coming
performance is underwhelming. I mean,
by this
it's
time.
crazy.
It's African time though. I decided to use the African time today.
But it's not what we were saying earlier. That the Africans, we will give bad thing name so that we will be.
What's that one?
So that
Football,
we
yeah,
know.
football age.
Football age.
What's happening?
We talked about football age. Yeah, the comment section is buzzing based on
About what again?
they carry
Still infidelity in marriage. That
Are they upset with 2 years for saying that poor people have all the women in the world?
in fact that's what we're talking about.
That's
now.
where we are.
No,
Exactly.
I didn't say that too. Maybe that's why.
That's what you said. Though.
No,
No,
that's not what I
that's
said.
what you said.
But I've had the opportunity to clarify what I meant. I
no, that's
doubled
what
down
you said.
on what I was saying.
That's what you said. That poor
Giving-
people.
Yes.
I
that's-
said
Poor
it has
people-
nothing to do with money.
You said poor people.
Infidelity.
No.
That's what you do
You are
with
now changing. You were vehemently
play back that
stating.
video.
No,
That's
play it
why
back now.
the comments, all of them are saying many things that they're like, poor people they cheat. I
Yeah.
won't take But you were saying something before he came in. I
Okay.
think you have a chance to
Yes. So this is what I was saying.
give
I
the
said
example. Yeah.
while I agree with CDO's correction of what I said, I was still saying that I'm speaking from the reality of where I'm coming from, where I still stay. I still see a lot of poor people around me, and I still see them indulging in infidelity. And it's not a factor of how much they have. It is just it's just the quality. at
What
which
about
they
the
do
rich
it.
people around you? Have you observed the rich people around you?
I have as well, but
If around you
mm,
you have 100 poor people
mm,
and there are 200 women, and the 100 poor people you have around you
Mm.
are able to access 30 poor women. Because the thing about women is that one loose woman will sleep with 10 men. So if you have 100 poor men who are able to, and you have 200 poor women around you, the 100 poor men may be able to access 30 poor women. Because not all the 200 women will be loose. Of course, you're going to have like 120 of them that will not look at any man apart from the one they live with. Then you're going to have the ones that once in a while, maybe when they are broke, they need 2K, urgent 2K. Then you have, of course, 30 that will be loose. And those loose 30 will frequently sleep with the 100 men. That your neighborhood, if 5 rich men enter, they will chop that whole 30. That 100 poor men are sharing.
I understand that.
So
I was talking about from the area of vices, that infidelity is a vice, is an act of irresponsibility. And where do you find
is
irresponsibility?
lying a vice? Is lying a vice?
It is.
Is wickedness a vice?
There are vices, but let me come from this area of not just a vice, but also when it comes to infidelity, for some people, is an addiction. It becomes an addiction.
Yes.
So if anything is an addiction, they know they look at again from the lens of how much you spend.
No, they get some addiction way before rich people. Have you ever seen a poor man who gambles a lot?
You see, that's the example I also gave. I mentioned gambling. I'm looking from the area of addiction and vices now. Let's take smoking, drinking, gambling. A drinker can be poor.
No.
Drinking
can make you poor.
even though
you cannot. Listen, let me tell you. Poverty, first of all, means inadequate. You cannot afford things that you crave when you are poor. Then that means you're not poor. You are referring to irresponsible people as poor people.
That's another word I use.
No, you need to find out what you're saying.
That's what another word I use.
An irresponsible man will use all the money he has to go and indulge and then come home with no money. That's not poverty. Poverty is the one that does not have. You have not even afforded your daily bread, not to talk of to go and buy drink. Anybody that can afford to be buying drink is not poor now. You are not poor if you can afford to be drinking. You are not poor.
The quality of the drink or the quality of the smoke.
Poverty. If a man earns 20,000 naira in a month and he cuts his coat, his lifestyle is a lifestyle of 18,000 a month, he's not a poor man.
In 2026.
In 2200, he's not a poor man. Poverty is a mentality, is a mindset. A modest man may not be wealthy. You know the opposite of poverty, a poor man is a wealthy man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
In between that poor man and a wealthy man, so many other cadres.
Right.
So if a man earns 50,000 naira, let's say you are a security man somewhere and they pay you 70,000 naira, and in your home, your wife has learned to make a pot of soup with crayfish. She has learned to walk her child to school, and the school is a community school where they pay 25,000 naira per term. She has learned to keep 2 clean uniforms that once the guy comes back from school, she'll wash it. They have cut their coat according to their size. You can't come and say these people are poor. They may not be able to afford luxury, but they are not poor as long as they are able to live within their means. Poverty is when your children wake up in the morning and they say they want to eat and there's no food, there's no money, nothing.
Wow.
Your roof is leaking, you cannot afford to patch it up. As long as you can afford to do the things you have to do, basic things you have to do to be okay with your family, and you are not greedy, you're not looking for, you're modest, that's not poverty.
Okay.
As long, in as much as I have said that somebody who has 70,000 naira can live and not be a poor person, somebody else who earns 1 million monthly can be a poor man.
Right.
So at the end of the day, what defines poverty is how you live, not what is in your pocket. Because if I take you to Banana Island now to live there, and you have friends there, and you are earning 2 million naira in a month, you feel poorer than a man who is in Ijesha, who earns 100 naira, 100,000. Why? It's a mindset. It's how you live. Because if you get to Banana Island, everybody there has average of at least 2 or 3 cars. A Prado and a Corolla constant. Corolla is for school run. Prado is for madam. Then the boss may be driving a Rolls Royce or a G-Wagon or something. Then you come in there with tiny i Camry for both you and your madam. You are on a gateman level in Banana Island. But if I lift you from Banana Island and take you to Ikorodu or Ijesha on a street where 2-bedroom flat is 1.5 million, thereabout, and on that street 70% or 80% of the people there are on Legacy's Benz, and you have a tiny light. You are a big boy there. So what is poverty? First of all, is lifestyle. That's how I define poverty. Mindset before anything. And I'm telling you that for every society, for every keda, the people who are poor there cannot have the access the ones who are wealthy they have to women. Nowhere, even in the Bible, even Solomon. Why is Solomon the one who had 1,000 women? Was he not the richest? Is there anybody richer than Solomon in the Bible? Nobody. And he had the most women. Did Lazarus had only his wife. Is it not about the poorest person in the Bible? Abi? Lazarus at some point, when a devil come meet and when God allowed devil to meet and became as poor as the church rats. You understand?
Yeah. That was what's this guy's now? Job.
Sorry, Job. Oh, don't mind me, Job. Lazarus, yes. At some point, that's why tomorrow for Igbo land, if you do something, they will tell you, say you go suffer past Job, or you go suffer like Job. Job. You understand? So I don't think you should continue with that argument. Okay. Don't even try to explain yourself or make any excuses. You say the wrong thing. No. Just let you listen.
Somebody said something.
Just apologize. Apologize to everybody so that they will capture it.
Somebody said something that made me think. Somebody said this man has not met Urobo men, and he was referring to you that.
He's an Urobo person. All you Urobo people always feel like, what about Urobo men? What about Urobo men?
You get what I want to talk. And it made me remember something. I said there are communities in Nigeria and in Africa where the women go to work. The men sit down at home, tie wrapper, and drink.
That's not poverty.
You understand?
That's laziness. That's so after all I've said, you're still talking. That's not poverty now.
And laziness.
That's cultural laziness. Riverine area people are like that.
Oh
that's not poverty.
Oh my God,
that's not poverty.
There.
That's not poverty. Riverine area, their men are like that. They don't work. They sit at home. The women work and bring food home. If you have a woman that brings food home, are you poor? You're not poor now. That's not poverty. So you first of all need to go and look at the society, look at people and define poverty before you start making that argument. There's nowhere you want to take this argument to. Nowhere. Nowhere. Women love 2 things, money and power. Under power, you have status, office, and some other things. Money is money. There's nothing else the woman wants now. Even looks fall under status. Power. A handsome man is a powerful man. When he smiles, women will do what he's bidding. You don't have any of this to say you want to control women. Where you want to control which women? Now women will aggro hold, or the one where the eye never open, or the one will pour past you.
Oh my God.
Somebody says that women only have rules for broke men. Somebody just said that.
Women have rules.
Women only have rules
for broke men. Yes, now. Yes, now. That's true.
Cheating is expensive. Poor man can't afford it. Simply. The man with face cap is absolutely correct and in order. The worst of unclaimed children outside marriage comes from the rich.
Is it the ban on face cap today? I mean, the ban on face cap that day.
Yeah, then they answer you.
They answer me.
Fact: rich people cheat more. To commit sin too expensive. You get as you go get money. Side chick go get belly. you go call your wife, say we are expecting.
Yes,
Baby,
yes,
your wife
now.
go congratulate you.
Yes, how are you saying?
No, this one is funny.
Oh,
this
yes,
one is
how
funny.
all these people know this?
He
You
said,
don't know.
he said,
Only we are- See,
he
this
said,
one-
you guys
no,
will get money.
I don't agree with the first line.
Your
which
side
line you
chick.
agree
Wait,
with?
let
Second
me
line-
read that for
second
you.
line
Wait,
is-
wait, wait.
Which line you not agree with?
He said facts. Rich people cheat more. So commit sin too expensive. He get as you go get money. Side
So
chick
which
go
one
get
you
that
believe?
belle.
first line.
Rich
Again, you
people-
go to commit sin.
Uh,
That's not
Yes.
true now.
He said
Sin a free thing now.
how should they be free? Which of the sin? To lie?
Now
Within
the
this
quality
context.
of the sin.
Within this
within
context.
this context, the person waiting the person
I-
they talk
I
with.
be-
Only that
that's not-
line now I no agree
Eh.
with you. To commit
In-
sin dey too expensive. No.
He get as you go
He's
get
talking
money.
about infidelity.
Side chick go
Infidelity,
get
to
belle.
commit infidelity is not expensive.
Who told you?
To commit quality one, expensive.
Even the
To
unquality
commit
one cost money. Even these people where they talk, they gather plan their infidelity. Say you no go buy the girl coke, coke and water.
Oh
Even
my
when they
God.
buy that coke, how many times you see the coke? So you know what Oyes is doing? You know what Oyes is doing? Oyes they calculate the money where they in pocket. Use and they define poor people.
No, be
Are
so.
you aware that a bottle of coke outside now is 500 naira?
Don't be so, because I know people
Yeah.
when they manage life. I was giving you an example now. The man get children outside, but
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
not even if he show for himself.
Now because he get children outside, I ain't nothing no official for himself. The little way he get, now he take get children outside. It's the little he has that he used to get children outside now. What did they talk? The little way he gets, now he go spend outside when nothing they show for him body. There's no free lunch in Freetown anymore. There's no woman under the sun where you go there bathe twice, 3 times, you know, pour water for ground. I lie. So what happens is that women get category. They get 2K women. Maybe this comedian said it. Say women no cost. That you go for Lekki roundabout, go stand there, look for woman. There are girls that with 2-5K, they will follow you. But that the category of men where they follow them don't have that 2-5K every day. And if they can have that 2-5K once, twice a week, they are rich in that circle. That's why I told you that define your wealth and your poverty based on area where you did. Now your circle, now you go. A rich man in Magodo is not a rich man in Banana Island. Though. Yes, now. So this place where they when some people gather money, they go move, go Banana Island. They don't reach that status.
Yeah.
But before they go there, they don't stay here. They form October for so long. So that place where you think say, na 500 naira. I know say they think say for some area now, if you see girl 200 naira, 300 naira, you go chop them. How many times some guys there they see that 200 naira? And then how many times did they bring the 200 naira home? Because if you go do labor today, make 200 naira, stop for one joint, use them, chow one babe. When you get to me, you're going to tell your wife stories. But you no go know. Wait till you know be saying don't chow baby. Because if this guy feed the chop babe, why somebody contact in a rich people? There's the argument, no hold water, and stop arguing it.
Okay, I don't.
Stop arguing it before people go begin look at you as a very inexperienced human being. Except that's what you want to achieve. If they do this thing, say maybe people think say you be a better person. That one saved day.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is a comment you're saying. This one never hear of Urubu men. We dealt with that.
What about Robo men?
Irresponsible
Robo men, we will not know them. Which people be Robo men? Should we call them? Urobo get 2 categories of men. The ones where they make woman they bring can't give them, and the ones where they like rich women. All of them be the Robo men. Which they get remain for Robo men.
No, they get respectable ones too.
Of course. When we categorize, what is the general? What's it called? We generalize to define a certain people. If I say Igbo people like money, it cannot be all Igbo men. You go see Igbo man we don't like money. You know, get people will be priest. But generally, out of every 10 Igbo men, 7 like money. They can now say Igbo men like money. 10 Urobo men. If you bring 10 Urobo men, keep them like this. 4 like rich women. Another 4 go sit down, make they go bring, give them chop. The other 2 wait they normal, wait they hustle. You can't use them to qualify Urobo men now.
Right.
So that's it.
Rich people cheat way more than poor men. Rich people cheat 87% more than poor man. Poor man get money to lodge for a year. She poor man get money to lodge for a year.
That's true now.
Women are attracted to men who have options of other women, and that's a fact. Say rich men cheat well past poor men. But yes, by this at this point, you know, say the argument is over. So somebody is saying that they play enter village, go see many poor men with kids all over. Cheating is moral based. You don't have any statistics that shows rich people cheat more. Oh yeah, this person to your side.
And so that person was speaking from the area of morality.
Morality, yeah. I agree with the argument. The rich cheat the most. Poor men don't suffer. Rich men get away with a lot of things, but now poor men, them too, they blame. I always tell people for a man to cheat, he needs to have a lot of money and sweet mouth.
He doesn't have to have a lot of money. He needs to be irresponsible when he doesn't have a lot of money. An irresponsible man will cheat with any money. But
I was saying something before you came, sir. Sorry to cut you. You know, you mentioned irresponsible. So are we saying that the cheating men, the cheating rich men, are the money misroads or not using their legit money where they sweat for?
no,
Is that what we're saying?
no, anybody can cheat. Anybody can cheat. What we're saying is that wealthy men cheat more because they can afford it. They can afford it, one. And you know the way they say that an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Yeah.
Comfort has a way of
Yeah.
putting more time in
Yeah.
your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? And when I say time, I don't mean you sitting idle. Time, your mind is relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can afford to waste an hour and nothing will go wrong because you already have a system
In place. Okay.
that is running that generates money.
Okay.
So you can afford this luxury of time. Secondly, your mind can also wander. Your mind is relaxed. And the cost is not a bite in your pockets, most importantly. Because if you are in a position where for you to stay with a woman now, you calculate, this runs go chop me 50K. Now 100K they my account. That 100K I been non plan to do that. You plan it very well before you bring out that 50. So you can just bring out that 50, indulge, and decide that okay, next month I'll do it again. I remember when we were in paid employment, then I had colleagues that would tell you that they only chase women between the last day of the month and the 5th of the new month. That's when they can afford to chase women. So if he meets any lady in the course of work or anything, he saves the person's number, he sets an alarm on his phone for the last day of the month. Yes, now, because that's salary period when he can afford to do a Chinese restaurant, can afford to, you understand, just do one or two, spend the money to get the girl down. By 15th and 20th, if the girl they call him, go tell the girl say in day on course, say day for about, he say then go retreat or something, because he can't afford to sit in a Chinese restaurant and do 100K or 70K at that time. You understand? That's a managing man. But there are people that can afford to do that 100,000 every day, and they will not feel it. Maybe somebody who works where he earns a 2 or 3 million in a month, or even more, or he has an opportunity of doing business and making 20 million, 30 million. Somebody like Dangote now who makes $35 million every day, if I'm correct, I mean $39 million every day. You understand? He can afford to be a womanizer. I'm not saying Dangote is a womanizer, please, but I'm just saying. So Dangote can afford to
every day
fly a girl from the Caribbeans to Lagos, or fly a girl from Lagos to the Caribbeans and keep the person in the hotel for 6 months and forget about the person. And tell the girl to even bring her friends. Let them just stay there and be enjoying themselves. Will a poor man do that? A poor man cannot do that now. Anybody who is on a budget cannot do that. So that's what we're saying. So when we say rich men, then there are men that are so rich that they say that there's no woman they will talk to that will not agree. instead he will buy you a car that minute that you said no. There's some men that when you say no to them, they get offended and they look for you. Are you aware men buy houses for girls in this Lagos apartment? All the apartments in Ikoyi, they've been bought, they are empty. All the girls they bought them for, they are using it for short lets. There's nobody there. The girl cannot even go and live there. Not only Ikoyi, so many places. Go to Abuja, you see empty houses everywhere. They've bought those houses for girls. Some of them, the girl will misbehave. The Alhaji will seize the house and chase the girl out and lock it up. So many. I can't start calling names here now. So when we're saying some things, we know what we're saying. That's infidelity. Those are the womanizers now. Not a man that will go and sit down with a girl, drink coke, sleep with the girl and go away. Go back to his house. Go and lie down on the wife's bosom.
Oh,
No.
boy.
The men who are cheating are the men that if you come into Maitama in Abuja, he has bought up to 10 girls' apartments. And the girls just sit in the apartment and wait for Alhaji, calling him on the phone, asking him when they are going to see him. And he will tell you, don't worry, I'm busy. When I'm free, I will come. In a year, Alhaji may not visit you 4 times because he has so many of you guys. And you're sitting here arguing about poor men. Doesn't make sense now. Yes, now.
Wow. Somebody said, did I hear bankers?
Yeah, waiting back as well.
Bankers get the money.
No, he said boys that work in banks.
Yeah, on another level, on a lower level now.
Okay.
Eh?
Rich men may cheat more than poor men, but that is debatable. However, poor women cheat more than rich women.
True.
So how does the scripts flip?
So
Because the poor women are now. What drives women? I remember what we said that day, that women cheat basically for 2 reasons: dissatisfaction in their room and lack of money. Their bills being paid.
True.
Want.
True.
So, rich women cheat for, dissatisfaction in their room. Poor girls take money now.
Yeah.
Poor girls take money.
Yeah.
That's when you start hearing that what can you do for me? Can you take care of me? Anytime you say hi to a girl and she starts saying, can you take care of me? She's poor, run away. Can you take care of me?
Somebody says, please allow poor man breathe. Somebody say, Daddy, reduce your mic, sir. Please, sir. So
Poor
what are
man
you
said,
fight-
poor man said one breed. Poor man no even one breed.
Infidelity is his playground. Now who never see money thinks poor man knacks more than rich man.
No.
Cheating is very costly lifestyle, and poor man can't afford it.
Cheating is very costly. It's an
Cheating
expensive
costs money
lifestyle.
for poor businessman.
It's an expensive lifestyle. And if you're not a multi-millionaire
Yeah.
and you cheat, you waste the little you have.
Right.
I think that the only men that should be thinking about cheating are people who are multi-millionaires and billionaires. People who can afford it. If giving out money means anything to you, please don't cheat. You mess yourself up. You mess yourself up. Just like drinking and so many other things. Like you said, the vices though, yeah. It's not encouraging for anybody. If you are wise, stay away from it. And it's a major distraction.
Yeah.
Very major distraction. So what I always tell people, I don't know, growing up, I there's some things I learned early. What I always tell people is why divide yourself into parts when you can be a whole? People who cheat don't know how sweet and how wonderful it is not to cheat. When even the guilt, the trauma of that guilt alone, when you walk into your house, when you're if you're anywhere, your phone rings, you panic, you know, always thinking of a lie, always telling one lie. Once you come home like this, you're so guilty. You it's not.
delete messages.
Yes.
Another one.
See, listen, when you are just you, there's nothing as wonderful as that. When, if you are home, you're playing with your wife, you know you're playing with your wife. When you go out, you're out, you know you're going home to your wife. There's this peace
It's true.
that you can't buy. That peace, if you experience that peace, then you realize that there's nothing in cheating. Then secondly, the bullshit people take from women when you're doing hide and seek, the bullshit is too much.
I don't
placing
understand.
demand on
Bullshit.
you, bullshit, everything. Yes, now placing demand on you, telling you where to meet her. No, I don't want to do this. No, don't do this. Why wouldn't you buy me this? I'm not coming. You promised money, you're not giving me. Leave my clothes alone, Joe. Leave me alone, Joe. You're talking, she's hissing. Men take a lot of shit from women.
It be like the voice note when I hear. The side chick called the wife. And this happened the same worry and the same horrible people.
No, I mean the wife called the side
The
chick.
wife side chick called the wife to tell the wife that, hey, I'm not gonna leave your husband alone. Why?
The voice note
It's
is
trending.
everywhere now, yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave.
Say if you leave, you go fit chop the money.
If
Only
you
you
chop
go
the
fit chop
money
the
finish,
money. This small shop will open for
He
me.
buy car for you. He buy car for me.
You
I
buy car
complain.
for me. I complain. This small shop will open for me. Now you won't come follow me. They drag. If they leave only, you go fit chop the money
Side
finish.
chick.
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't come.
But you see, that's one thing I also tell women, that don't ever degrade yourself to the point where you're throwing banter with a side chick. If your husband has a side chick, face your husband.
Yeah.
If I'm a man and I have a side chick and my wife calls my side chick, I will chase her out of the house. And if I'm a man and my side chick talks to my wife, she will never hear from me again. There's something called decorum. There's something called being civil. First of all, every human being should be civil. Side chick or no side chick. If you're in a relationship with a man, that means you guys have exchanged vows, right? If he has a side chick, deal with him. He's the one who made you a promise. You don't have any business with the side chick. And you too, if you're a side chick and a man is dealing with you, you have no business with his wife. He's the one coming for you. Deal with him.
Yes.
So first of all, for any wife that will start looking for a side chick, man, you have no respect for yourself. And you, if you are a man and you are with the kind of side chick that will call your wife, it means your taste is very, very low. You understand? Your taste is bad. So there are so many things that people need to look into. If you're a correct guy, roll with correct guys. And if you want to have a side chick, make sure the side chick is also a correct babe. So when your wife comes to you, your wife will be like, sweetheart, what's happening? I heard you're seeing a girl. And he said, no, I'm not. He said, okay, please, I don't want to see you with any girl. You know you're my baby. And he will say yes. And your wife will go away face her front. The day she sees you with the side chick again, she's going to go home and wait for you and get angry and cry. She will hold her pillow and cry all night. You don't tell her sorry, go and buy flowers. She will forgive you. That's a classy babe. And you too, that is a side chick. If the wife finds out that you're in the husband's life and she sends a warning to you through her husband, you should start crying and be sorry and tell the man, no, I don't want to continue. I'm hurting my fellow woman. That's what it's supposed to be. All those ones, the way they go fight. All those ones, they go fight. They'll go.
Women supporting women.
So all those ones, they go fight. They'll go. If you guys run away from them, where they you want to bust
It's embarrassing, like you said, sir. It shows the quality of woman that the man, or what the man has brought to himself.
Yes.
The kind of quality of what he's dealing with.
Yes.
Very
true.
Do you have any live comments there before I go on with comments here? Somebody says, talking from experience, please listen. The rules is broken.
Who's talking from experience? The person writing or us?
The person writing is telling us that we are talking from experience.
There's a lady where they say when I find the one we say they talk from experience. When I was talking about people
I've
dating,
sent her a message.
dating married women. I say I don't date married women.
I sent her a message.
She needs to come and tell me. No.
The man saying a common sense. Lo, it means that say una no get sense. How this kind talk become argument? It be like say all the people who they hang out with na poor people. I think the conversation here is 100% accurate in terms of men, rich people cheating more than poor people. That's just the
True.
Yes, here on Instagram. So let's round up as we get to TikTok.
You still want to talk about trending issues on social media?
Let's hear now. Like what and what?
The Okoyes.
Content creators. They've turned content creators now.
How do you mean?
So the only thing I want to say about these Okoyes is that I don't really want to get into whatever happened. Two things I want to say about the matter. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, they will all be full of regrets. Both P Square and Jude. They will regret what they are doing now. Because in as much as they've lost the opportunity,